or he's starting. I don't know if it's raining.
Hey there, Spartan Nation. Welcome to the Sparta Football live stream.
Okay.
It is September 8th, 7 o'clock, and we're here with you live. I'm your host, Jeff Spanky Amlot, and I'm here with the veteran voice of Sparta, Mr. Doug Davis.
Thank you, Jeff. What a beautiful night we've got some for our varsity football.
It is gorgeous out there. The field looks great. The Spartans have elected to receive, and the Godwin Wolverines are lined up ready to kick. I do love that uniform for all our Wolverine fans, the winged helmets there, a la U of M.
And your Sparta Spartans tonight are dressed in some red, white, and blue, celebrating the Freedom Night. Bear with us on the echo. We'll see if we can clear that up a little bit. Godwin ready to kick.
Hey, it is a great night for football, and I got to tell you, my voice is a little scratchy. I coached a middle school scrimmage Wednesday, and Doug, I know what you were doing last night because I was doing the same thing, screaming my head off watching that Lions game.
Wow, what a game. What a great way to start for the Lions.
Hey, the Spartans fielded at their own 15.
That's number 11, Jamari Dornbush. Immediately stopped there. It looks like about the 22-yard line.
All right. Spartans are going to take over on their own 23-yard line. Let's see what they come out in. I think the Spartans are going to try to use their up-front advantage. Godwin does have a sizable defensive front, but Sparta's got experience and size themselves. And I got to believe after the last 2 weeks running into that buzzsaw, Coopersville and Oak Ridge, that they're going to try to establish the run. Got their double wing going, deep motion. Looks like their buck play. Bo Peterson on the carry. Picks up just a short gain.
Yeah, Bo Peterson impressed me first game. Tough running back.
So they had him playing in the slot as receiver, and that's where he did most of his damage 2 weeks ago.
And
just a freshman.
Just a freshman. Lots of varsity time coming up in the future. Gordon taking the snap here, handoff.
Same play. They run that power, and it's Peterson on his feet all the way to the 40. He broke a tackle, put his hand in the dirt, and kept going. Good 15-yard gain by that freshman. So, yeah, I was his coach last year, and he was one of the stars of our 8th grade team, but there is a big jump from middle school.
Big jump.
Big jump.
You start seeing the change of body types going through the high school years, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. He's playing up there with some big boys now.
He's up for the task, though. Same formation, same motion.
Drop back
now
pass,
we're gonna,
Gordon.
yep.
Looking deep. He's
Oh,
got
boy.
a man wide open. He's going to be out of bounds, though, I believe.
Oh, they're going
call
to
it a
get him with
catch.
a toe
They're going to
tap.
give him a catch.
That ball was a wobbler, but Grady Busen came
Yeah.
back to it.
Similar to college football, only needing 1 foot in bounds.
Correct, Doug. He looks like he was what Nate Burleson would say had some toe drag swag on that catch. You're not going to put that throw on any of Nick Gordon's highlight films, but it did hit the mark.
It did its job.
Jet motion to the right. Toss to the
Sweet.
right. We got some room
Gets
out
the
there.
edge. Gain tackle there by Godwin Heights. Looks like about a pickup of 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, they set the edge pretty well out there, Doug. They were able to get outside their defensive end. Godwin's running a 4-man front. That means they got 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs. Oh, they're running that counter play, what they like to call Gator. Godwin read that pretty well. But not well enough.
Looks like Dornbush has enough for the first down, so they'll move the chains.
Yep, a good solid 4-yard run.
Sparta wants to establish something here early. Struggled in their first 2 games. As Jeff mentioned earlier, probably a little ball control, keeping the ball on the ground a little bit.
We got that jet sweep again.
Out to pursuit there. Gets out of the grasp of a Godwin Heights player. Maybe gets back. Might get a couple off that.
Yeah, that was a good hard run by Bo Peterson again.
Yeah.
He did have trouble in the backfield.
Maybe he's got a little suntan lotion on him there. It looked a little slippery there by the Godwin Heights player there.
Now, Doug, you're not suggesting that we might participate in nefarious actions, would you? Maybe his gloves were too slippery. The tackler's gloves were too slippery.
It's like a gain of 1.
Very fortunate to get 1, again, as they had linebacker in the backfield. Spartans come out again, tight right, wing right. They got a split end right. Jet motion across formation.
Gordon will roll out, looking deep here. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. That's a great catch. Great concentration.
What a catch. Grady Busen with a touchdown. The defender was in the area, mistimed his jump, but Busen with great concentration. Good ball by Nick Gordon. Touchdown, Spartans.
Spartans on the board quick here in the first quarter. 53 to go in quarter number 1.
And if I'm not mistaken, Doug, that might be our Spartans' first lead of the season.
I believe you're right. Gabe Gare coming out for the PAT. Snap is down, kick is up, and splits the uprights.
Gabe is not your traditional kicker. He didn't come from any soccer program. Gabe is an excellent defender, built like a wrestler because he is a wrestler.
I was going to say, I believe he went to state last year.
Yeah, excellent wrestler. But he has the gift of foot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome tonight the Sparta class of 1973 who is celebrating their 50-year class reunion tonight. There were 197 graduates who launched into life with the motto, "It don't come easy." And yesterday's experience, tomorrow's hopes, today is getting from one to the other as best we can. And they did, making a difference in our community and beyond. Some graduates went on to college, some joined the military.
Back then, so.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what I was doing in 1973 because I wasn't even a gleam in my parents' eye yet. 2 more years.
Here comes Gabe back to kick. Ball spot to 40.
Good kick by Guerra. It's going to get down to about the 12-yard line. Fielded by
number 4.
Godwin's number 4.
That's Amari Diedrich.
Good return up to the 27.
What's that?
Okay, let's see what the Spartans can do with a lead now.
You always like to see your defense come out after a nice drive by your offense and get a quick 3 and out. So we'll see if defense can make that happen.
The Spartans run a variety of defensive fronts, 3-man fronts, 4-man fronts. They're going to be in a 3-man front tonight because Godwin has the spread offense.
Yep. Spread out.
1 setback and a shotgun formation. A give off tackle to the right. Good flow by that Spartan defense. Dustin Warner, Jr. on the tackle, playing defensive tackle. Big, strong kid.
Yeah, Dustin Warner, number 63. Looks like the nose guard is number 74. That's Braden Steinbacher.
Yep. Trips to Godwin's right. Looks like it's going to be a quick
Quick
bubble.
pass.
Oh, and
Oh.
Dustin Warner reads it, gets his hands up in the passing
Yeah,
lane.
I think Dustin was just thinking about he probably could have caught that ball. And that's a lineman's dream right there, is catching that ball and
Taking it to
maybe
the house.
getting a pick six.
Yeah. Well, just getting his hands on it is exciting. He came up celebrating. That's a great play.
Yeah,
That
he
brings
said-
up 3rd and 9 for Godwin.
Look at that. His head a little bit. It's a great play. So 3rd and long here for Godwin Heights. Sparta looking to get off the defense and get on the field.
Trips to the offense's left. 3-down line. Bringing pressure off the edges.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 5, Ramir Thompson. Busting in for the Spartans, number 63, Dustin Warner. I'll go back to the 29. It'll be 4th down and 9.
I assume you're talking about golf. Shows you how good of a golfer I am. I have a 5-wood, a putter, and a baseball bat in my golf bag because that's how I golf. I did find an 11-iron one time that's still in my bag. I don't even know what to do with that.
Sparta comes out for the second time this quarter, this game.
They're going to a little spread look themselves here. Gordon in shotgun with running backs on each side.
Great Abusin to the left.
Charlie Alt to the left.
Dornbush on the right.
It's just a lead play to Bo Peterson.
Bo's got great acceleration, and he's a powerful runner too. So you team those things together, you've got the makings for a great running back. So I think we saw with the Lions last night too, Jeff. The running game for the Lions has totally changed from last year. Something that I think is only going to make their offense better.
Well, the concepts will still be there. It's just the running backs changed, and I think they're going to have more success and consistency with their running backs. But yeah, they wore down that Kansas City defense and dominated it late. Jet sweep to the right with Charlie Alt. He's got blockers in front. He's following them. Good gain. 10 yards on 2nd and 1. Good for a first down, and now the Spartans are in the red zone. Telios Moore from Godwin on the tackle. Again, Godwin's got good size up front, but it looks like Sparta's having their way of playing power football, moving them, down blocking, kicking out. Trips to the left, Sparta. Gordon in the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking in the end zone.
Oh,
it looks like a little miscommunication
Yeah.
there.
not sure if he thought Busen was going to break left, but he kind of broke back to the middle.
Yep, bit of an overthrow there. Look more like miscommunication than it was a bad throw.
2nd and 10.
Sparta stays in that shotgun look. They got 2 receivers on each side with Charlie Alt offset left to Gordon in the gun. Peterson in motion. Oh, we got some flags. It looks like a little head start.
2 minute motion there.
unlike Kansas City's right tackle last
Oh
night,
my word!
who never got called for a false
until
start.
the very end.
Until the very end.
Until the very end. And did you notice that when it was 4th and 25, they weren't going to punt it. They didn't want to put the ball back in Detroit's hands.
I was frankly surprised by Andy Reid's coaching decision there, but.
And what about the Lions' decision to go for it on 4th down?
Well, you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
A 4th and 2. I thought Goff had room to scramble to his left.
Yeah, the running game was so strong last night. I thought they might run the ball, but
little
inside
bubble
flare
screen
there.
There's to Peterson.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, he put his head down.
Wow.
But unfortunately, there's a flag on the play. That was thrown from the sideline.
I don't know. Are they going to call a helmet-to-helmet offensively on that?
They might call. Yeah, this is going to go on Sparta. Now they got a hold.
Holding. So.
Good play.
We talked about Bo Peterson and his power running. I mean, Bo put his head down and just barreled over a Godwin's height player.
And Bo's not a big kid.
Not a big kid. We don't have any heights and weights here, but he's definitely one of the smaller ones on the field. And I got to remember, too, he's still just a 9th grader. Probably hasn't been in the weight room too much.
His dad had him in the weight room when he was 5, I think. He is strong, though. All right. 2nd and 15, 16. Going in the shotgun, he drops back. Oh, pressured out to his left. He's going to take a sack.
Go down. So, yeah, that's one you want to just kind of get rid of. You're out of the pocket. Maybe just throw it out of bounds, but Nick was trying to make something happen.
You know, the prudent thing to do is live to play another day. Machias Witherspoon from Godwin Heights chased him down out of the pocket, especially rolling to his left. I've noticed it. He gets in trouble when he fades to his left and wants to keep making a play. And quarterbacks in the NFL level get in trouble when they're fading.
3rd and 17 for Sparta. I'm pretty sure this is going to be 4-down territory.
I agree with you.
Snap.
It's a throwback screen.
Oh,
they read it well. But Charlie out breaks a tackle. He breaks another tackle. Oh, on his feet to the 24. They only get a small chunk of that back.
About 3 or 4 yards on that.
Jace Reed Anderson on the tackle.
I'm not sure, Jeff. You know what the field goal range is for Mr. Gare?
Well, I don't know what Gare's range is, but word on the street, Carter DeGraff, freshman, is up to kick. He gets 3/4 tonight.
Okay.
Of eligibility. And he's got a decent foot, but I think they're still out of his range.
Go for it here on 4th and 16.
Straight drop back, 3-man rush.
He's
Gordon steps
in
up.
The pocket.
He looks in the end zone.
He's got a guy
wide
open. Oh! Ball must have just hit the ground. Great opportunity there. Godwin Heights got a hand on that. Deflected the ball a little bit. So, great throw by Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon was very patient back there.
Yeah, that time he stepped up, set his feet, and I think if he actually would have put a little more on that, because he had nice touch, but it gave the defender enough time to make a play on the ball. Just enough to get his hand on it and create the incompletion.
And the Sparta players still had their hands on it, but I think as he was coming down, I think the ball touched the ground. So Godwin Heights will take the ball over on downs. They'll be at their own 24-yard line.
Sparta with a 3-man defensive front.
Godwin not been able to do anything with the ball offensively yet tonight. Oh.
A little jumbled snap there, but he's able to get outside.
Right to the running back. I think that was his plan all the time, was to hand off to him.
That it was. Armani Diedrich. A little trouble with the mesh there, but he was still able to get outside and salvage a yard. Busen and Antor on the tackle for Sparta. And that's what Godwin wants to do, right? They want to get you in space. They want to use their speed and athleticism. You got to stay disciplined against teams like this.
Godwin Heights has been working on their football program for quite some time. Been a powerhouse in basketball.
Always.
It's going deep. He's got a Sparta and an interception there. Oh.
Right through his hands.
Is that Zach DeCorn, I
Zach
believe?
DeCorn was back deep as one of the cover 2 safeties back there, and it went right through his hands.
Zach DeCorn, a former student of mine in 4th grade. I love seeing these guys moving up to the high school and following their passions.
That's got to be fun for you as a teacher, watching them grow and seeing them come back. And hi, Mr. Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes me feel like a rock star.
Quarterback rolls to his right.
Nice touch on there, just a little high.
Well,
Good
again,
defense there by number 1, Charlie Alt.
Dustin Warner, again, with the pressure. He is having a good game on that defensive end. And it's really important to get pressure when you only rush 3 defensive linemen. And they're able to get in the quarterback's face. Sparta expecting the punt. Godwin showing punt. Oof, good pressure again.
That ball might come backwards.
Not
off to
a
the
great
side.
punt.
Yeah.
Better than his last one.
Yeah.
But Sparta's going to have great field position at the 46. So penalties were the story of the last drive. Kind of shot themselves in the foot. Let's see if they can clean it up and make some hay here. Okay, full spread here. Trips 3 receivers to the right. Busen to the left. Charlie Alt single in the back. Straight dive play.
Oh, that's a hit there by
That
number 62 from Godwin Heights. That's Lewis Wilson.
Actually, I thought that was 55, Doug. Patrick Knight coming up from his linebacker spot. And you call that a linebacker, Phil. He came up, met him at the line of scrimmage, wrapped him up, and took him backwards. Textbook. Sparta back to their Delaware T, deep motion. Here comes that
Inside
counter.
handoff.
There goes Peterson. He
He's
is up the
gone.
middle, and he is gone. One man to beat. Is he going to catch him? He got him.
Touchdown.
But too late. Peterson in for the score. 46 yards on the counter. Sparta calls that gator because they pull the backside guard and tackle, the GT. It looks like they're running sweep to the right, but they counter it back with that wing back to the left. Beautifully run.
Dornbush to hold, Gabe Gare to kick.
Perfect.
Just like that. Still 2:48 to go in quarter number 1. Sparta out to a 14-0 lead over Godwin Heights.
So I thought Godwin was in decent position to make a play on that, but it was just really well blocked. And Peterson hit the seam. And when he hits the seam, he was gone. No dancing, no hesitating. Follow his blockers and put on the extra gear. And that's a big part of Sparta's offense running game too, Doug. They like to pull guards, pull tackles. They down block on the front side, which means they get a double team, and then they kick out with a pulling guard, and the tackle will then pull up through and block on a linebacker. The Lions' go-ahead touchdown last night was on a similar play. A counter, down block, kick out by a guard, and a backside tight end came through.
And that's not easy to do. That's something the offensive line has to practice and rehearse.
Oh, every day. You have to work on that technique. You have to work on the footwork. You have to work on the speed.
Yeah. It's just not coming out and trying to bully the guy across from you. There's a lot of finesse involved.
Oh, it's a chess match, right? Show them one thing, and then counter back with something else.
Football has become that more, is kind of the try to have the team second guess what you're going to do next.
Every play has at least one counter play off of it, but probably 2 or 3.
Quick handoff there to Godwin Heights. Looks like a game about 3.
Jeff Zelaya on the carry for Godwin. Good run of 4, just straight ahead. So, yeah, I was explaining that to my wife and my mother-in-law today, that it's not just about lining up and banging into each other. There's strategy. There's formations. It's a chess match. And that's what I love about it. And then I do love the physical part, too, when you can kind of dominate your opponent. Give off the right side. Good pressure into the backfield. Gabe Gare didn't make the tackle. But like I like to say, he didn't make the tackle, but he made the play. He forced the running back to slow down where the defense was there to finish the tackle. Loss of 2.
Godwin Heights with the same record as the Spartans this year so far, both 0-2. Godwin Heights have lost 27-7 to Mason County Central. And Muskegon Orchard View was a close game, 26-28. Oh!
Deep pass. And a streaking receiver. But DeCorn was there for the breakup. Oh, excuse me, that was Busen from his corner position. Breaking up the deep pass. Let's bring up 4th and 8. Yep. Godwin's going to be in the pump formation. Oh, we have a flag for too many men on the field. You know, if you can get away with putting 12 on the field, I'd say you might as well try.
I think you got one official there in the game. That's his job. He counts everybody.
So 4th and 12.
Keon Beasley will take the snap. Be a quick kick. We got
Another flag on the play. Must be a
had some-
formation.
Yeah,
because they didn't blow it dead.
Oh, good Sparta bounce.
So the punt is downed at Sparta 42. Let's see what that flag is. I'm going to guess that Godwin didn't line up properly.
They gonna make him kick again here?
I would say they would decline the penalty and just take the ball. Although he has not punted well tonight.
Officials are going to talk this one over.
A meeting of the minds at midfield.
I don't think they're talking about what they're going to do after the game. Yeah, let's go to Applebee's for the all-you-can-eat wings.
I've seen some officials out after games
Yeah.
before.
Oh, yeah.
They're people, too.
Yeah.
One of the officials from Sparta, actually, I saw him out one time, and he was telling me a story of how he asked the coach one time on the sideline during the game, "Why'd you call that play? That was a terrible play call." And the coach said, "You can't tell me how to do my job. What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, you've been telling me how to do mine all night. I thought I could tell you how to call plays."
Yeah, we had an illegal movement by Godwin Heights, so they're going to back them up. And we'll repunt again.
All right, so Chapman electing to take the penalty.
Legal procedure against Godwin Heights. Sparta elects to have the Wolverines kick again. It'll be 4th down.
So we'll see if Sparta can improve their field position.
Well, he's getting better at punting.
Gonna have a chance. Dornbush
Dornbush, yep.
cuts outside. He's going to go.
Good choice. Cuts to his right.
Gonna
He's
try to
breaking
cut back
outside.
inside. Nope.
Returns it all the way back to the Godwin 32-yard line.
Well, Coach Chapman looks like a genius there.
Good choice, Chap. Like I said, I would have taken the penalty. I don't think that's what I said.
Can we go back to the tape? So Sparta will start off at Godwin Heights 31. .48 seconds to go in stanza 1.
It's been a long first quarter.
Has been.
Sparta throwing it. Quick
Out
out
to
to
Dornbush.
Dornbush.
Oh.
He slips a tackle,
Yeah, 2
slips
tackles.
another. He's on his feet still. He ran around a lot to gain
Not
4
much,
yards.
but it's still 4 yards.
Yeah.
I always said if you can gain 4 yards on every down, you move the chains every time.
It's not rocket surgery, is it? Just simple math. Second and 6.
Dornbush is way out to the right.
Lead play.
As Bo
What a
Peterson.
great block by Charlie Alt. He led through the hole. Another small running back, sophomore, leading the freshman through the hole. He put his shoulder pad on that linebacker, and Peterson fouled him right up there.
Sometimes it's not about the size of the player, but the size of the heart. You hear that a lot.
Well, Doug, I couldn't agree more. For anybody who knows me, you're probably taller than I am. I played offensive line in high school. Probably the shortest offensive guard in Alpena High's history. So, yeah, I do love that. Don't ever underestimate anybody because of their size.
You can't.
Well, that's the quarter. We're going to take a break for a second. We'll be right back with you.
Oh, Peterson, another touchdown for your Sparta Spartans.
Again, this is well blocked. Following his fullback, following his offensive line, all the way to the end zone.
Gabe Gare back to attempt the PAT. Splits the uprights. And just like that, Sparta's out to a 21-0 lead here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're really getting a rhythm on the ground now, establishing the run game, not just with their offensive line, but those backs are blocking well.
You mentioned that earlier, Jeff. They first two games they tried to open up a little bit. Tonight Nick's had some nice passes, but they stuck to the ground.
And in this offense, too, it's important that all the running backs know how to block. What they say, no block, no rock. If you want to run the ball, make sure you block.
Yeah. Gare with the kick. Nice line Drake kick at the 15.
Dietrich with the return.
Cuts up
found
the middle.
The seam. He's still
Still
on
up.
his feet.
About to 37.
Not a bad return.
Maybe the best position here for Godwin Heights tonight.
Couldn't see who was on that tackle for Sparta. There were a few of them. Spartans out in that 3-4 look defensively.
This game tonight is Sparta's first conference game. Looking to go undefeated in the OK Silver. Still weird for me to say. I'm so used to the OK Blue.
The OK Silver used to include Kent City.
Yes, that's somebody had just told me that.
And I know that because I coached softball and football for Kent City for a time. That was a tough conference for Kent City. So we did all right.
OK Blue, there's a good matchup tonight. Be West Catholic against Coopersville.
Ooh. That is a good matchup.
Yeah, Coopersville impressed me last week.
They're so big. Jet sweep to the right, looking to get the edge. Good job by Charlie L. Coming up from his corner and making a tackle.
Just been informed that we have a score in that West Catholic Coopersville game. West Catholic is out to an early lead, 6-0.
Battle of the green and white in that game.
A lot of green and white. I think that's Fox's game of the week.
I would believe that.
That's one great thing about the Kent County. The media does a great job promoting
Wonderful.
the athletics.
Trips left for Godwin. Drop back pass and looking for a deep man.
Oh, did he come down
What
with that?
a catch.
Wow.
Jace Reed Anderson between two Spartan defenders.
He went up and got that. Best play of the game there for Godwin Heights.
Excellent pitch and catch. I believe that's Keon Beasley at quarterback as well. Nice touch on that pass.
Best field position tonight for Godwin Heights. Fake inside. Nope, he gave it to him. And
Oh,
there's
he
a
is in
swarm
trouble and
of
snowed
Spartans there.
under.
Be a loss, maybe about 15.
Yeah, well, I think they're only going to get him for about a 5-yard loss. They pushed him back 10 more. But Braden Steinbacher got his hands on that little run back. And once he's got you,
Yeah.
you've been got.
They stopped. They marked him at his forward progress.
Yeah, Armani Diedrich is about half the size of Braden Steinbacher, and he does not escape his grasp.
Of course, as a coach, chef, you know, you always teach the boys to go into the whistle, go into the whistle.
And he did.
Nice pitch and catch.
Wow.
Not any gain there, but a nice little play.
Good pressure on by a blitzing linebacker. Mason Conklin brought some pressure. But again, Charlie Alt, I keep saying that name, by himself on the tackle. Those cornerbacks get out there on that island. They're one-on-one a lot of time. And he came up and made a great tackle. Because if he misses, the receiver's off to the races. Third and long now for Godwin.
Going to go deep. Nice throw. Got to throw a flag.
Oh,
yeah. There was some contact there. I think it might have been incidental contact, but nonetheless, they're going to call a interference on Sparta.
Yeah, that looks to be the call. 2 flags. Yep. Pass interference.
That's going to give them an automatic first down.
Unlike the NFL, it's not a spot foul.
That's a 15-yard?
15 yards, yep.
Yeah, and I
but
think
automatic first down.
You needed 14 for, and an automatic. Okay.
Yep.
So it could be 3rd and 50, and if you have the interference call, you'll get the 15 and the first down.
Exactly, yep. Look, I mean, that might be Godwin's strategy the rest of this game. Just throw it up, see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see if we can create some contact.
Might as well.
Still keep the ball on the ground.
But they put it back on the ground. Zelaya on the carry for only 1. Tackled by a host of Spartans. Led by Conklin again. Quarterback just running around the end. It looked like a bad snap, but he caught it with one hand and took off running around right at it.
Yeah. Beasley's pretty athletic.
Right now
he's
he's
down
on his own sideline. He took a hard hit.
Trainer's going to attend to him.
Couldn't tell what happened other than it was a hard hit. Both teams
Sparta
going back
call
to their sideline.
Their players over.
That'd be unfortunate for Godwin Heights because they were starting to move the ball.
Yeah.
Beasley with great touch on his passes.
Yeah.
And they hadn't really run him up to this point, but he certainly looked athletic running around end.
You're looking at Godwin Heights sideline here. They may have 8, 9 guys on the sidelines, so they really don't even have enough to go 2 ways. So,
no.
Again, a program they're trying to develop. Probably a lot of 2-way players. I know I was back in the day.
Did you have to fold your helmet up and put it in your back pocket when you went
We
home?
didn't have
Doug, or-
leather helmets back then.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I was the kicker though. I had the square toe.
That's how I would kick too.
Yeah, straight on.
Who was the last NFL kicker?
That was straight on. Ooh.
I'll give you a hint. He kicked for the Redskins, who are now the Commanders.
You are a trivia god. I can't think.
His name is Mark Mosley.
Mark Mosley. I do remember the name.
Now, I can't say 100% that he
Oh,
was.
oh, we have a lot of movement.
Everybody moved but the center.
Yeah, I remember hearing that last night. So who's that? And the penalty's on the line and not the center.
Right.
So, yeah, the Lions did a great job with the crowd noise.
Oh,
Obviously, they practiced that before they got to KC. They were very well prepared for yesterday's game.
Oh, I thought they were well coached. And,
Yeah.
and it's typical losers' lament for Lions fans complaining about officiating.
Right.
But I thought they overcame the poor officiating last night.
And I tell you what, Hutchinson, a beast. That guy, I mean, he was being held and held and held.
All night.
All night long. Still making plays.
Yep. 100%.
Never
Yeah.
saw him complain either. He just went back and played.
Nope.
Loved watching his mom and dad in the audience,
Oh,
too.
isn't that
was
fun?
fun. We got a replacement quarterback. That's number 2.
And he's going to throw that out of the back of the end zone.
Telios Moore, a senior, number 2.
Can't quite tell what's going on with Beasley on the sideline. Hopefully for Godwin, they can get him back. He's got his helmet on.
Well, that's a good sign.
Not ready to bring him back in yet.
They're talking to him.
4th and 9 at the Sparta 25.
He might be coming in. There he is.
Oh, here he comes. Yep.
Coach tell him to play.
Yeah, they were taking a long time, so I figured they would be using a
Timeout.
timeout. All right, Doug, so what position did you play?
I played, believe it or not, quarterback, number 7, and I played safety. I
Very
was
typical of a
DB.
quarterback to play safety as
Yeah.
well.
I love to hit, too. And I punted and I kicked. So I hardly ever came off the field.
Wow, did you wash the
It
water
was-
bottles too?
It was tiring. It was tiring. I tried for a while to, when we scored a touchdown, to get my kicking shoe on, and then it was too much work, so I just kept the kicking shoe on the whole time and played in it. But my biggest play ever in my career was a 82-yard touchdown on an interception.
Oh, wow.
But I ran about 200 yards because I would run that way and then that way, zigzag, because that was the best way to avoid a tackler.
Sure.
Because I wasn't really fast. Yeah, I had 11 INTs that year.
Wow.
It
In a
used to
high
be-
school game.
Yeah, it was a Lakeview. Oh, nice. Oh,
Oh, what a
catch!
catch.
I think he's going to be short.
No, he's got it.
He's got
down
it.
to the
He
15.
does. Wow.
So Beasley rolling to his left, throwing to a receiver, coming across. Telios Moore on a diving catch.
Again, another great athletic play by Godwin Heights.
First and 10 from the 15. Now they're keeping this drive going. Handoff up the middle. Conklin there in the tackle, or else that could have gone for a touchdown.
Remind me a little last night of Jack Campbell's passing knockdown.
Yeah.
That dive. That was pretty cool. Again, another player that is just going to be an impact player early.
That drive was all about the rookies because
Yeah.
he made that stop, and I believe it was the next play where Brian Branch had the interception for a touchdown. 2 rookies. I got him with the jet sweep to tell you.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness. Ooh. Those boys are hitting out there.
Dustin Warner again. Have a
Con-
day, Dustin.
Dustin Warner and Conklin back in the tackle. They are using the pads.
Of course,
Right.
Sparta's going to do what they can do to shut Godwin Heights out. You always want to pitch a shutout.
Well, this is 4-down territory without a doubt.
Absolutely.
3rd and 4.
Still get a first down.
Spartan man defense because they were going with emotion. Pressure.
Oh,
my goodness.
Through the hands of number 2. That's Grady Busen.
Just past the outreach arms of the Godwin receiver through Busen's hands. I think we've missed about 3 interceptions tonight. All right, big play here for Godwin. If they want to get back in this game, they need this first down. Shotgun for Beasley. Zelaya to his right. 2 receivers on each side.
This if Keon uses his legs. They're going to have a delay or another timeout.
Nope. Godwin's going to call timeout.
Wow. Yeah, Beasley looked a little confused, looked over to the sideline, maybe changing the play. Coach says, now let's talk about it.
You see a lot of that in high school and in college now. They line up a formation, and they look to the sideline. And coaches are waving their arms, showing signs. They got pictures.
Yeah, they hardly ever do it. I mean, when we played, we have one guy running, say the play, quarterback would say it twice, we go to line. Yeah, it's.
And Sparta calls plays from the huddle. So they're not necessarily doing all the signaling from the side.
But where you see that, like you said, is it's early in the play, so they can get set. All of a sudden, they all stop and they turn. Everybody, the line.
Yep. They're all looking. But they're looking at what the defense is showing them.
Right.
The chess match, like we talked about earlier.
Chess match, yeah. All right, let's see what the Wolverines have drawn up.
Or they come out in a different formation. Trips to the wide side. Zelaya to the left. Beasley takes it, rolls to his left, back to his right.
He's got room?
He's got room.
Oh.
He decides to throw it. He had Braden Steinbacher chasing him. And I got to believe he should have been able to outrun Braden Steinbacher.
But he decides to make the pass. It falls short, and Sparta will take over the ball.
Yeah. I'd like to say good defense by Sparta, and for the most part it was. I think they lucked out on the decision-making by Beasley at that one.
So let's see what the Spartans can do with 5:09 to go before halftime.
My thinking is that they want to be methodical. Yeah. Let the clock tick and slowly drive down the field.
Yeah, 92 yards. Quick
Lead
hand
play
off
to
to
Peterson.
Peterson.
He's through the hole.
First down.
Good hard run. 12 yards.
I like to watch his run. He keeps those legs going.
Yeah. Young backfield, growing up before our eyes.
Clock moving.
I don't think Sparta's in any big hurry.
Not a big hurry. 21-0 lead. Want to control the ball.
Uh-oh,
Oh, lost the
ball's
ball.
Loose.
And looks like Godwin might have it. They're
Yep.
signaling. Nothing from there's the call from the official.
Charlie Elk coughed it up. And Reed Anderson on their cover.
Looks like Witherspoon is down, number 12 for Godwin, holding his hand.
Can't tell which Wolverine is.
Yeah, this is number 12, Witherspoon.
Oh, thank you.
So now what you want to see, we were talking about being methodical, driving on the field, but almost looked like a fumble that we saw last night.
Yeah, well, fumbling at your own end is
Yeah.
exactly what you don't want to do.
Yeah. But same token with Lions. Same token with the Lions last night. I mean, that was a great opportunity to score. And but that's going to happen. And you can overcome those turnovers.
Right, yeah, those
Yeah.
those momentum changers.
And what impressed me, a lot of things for last night impressed me about the Lions, but the third down defense was phenomenal against a great quarterback.
In the second half,
The second half,
specifically.
and those are adjustments. Those are adjustments that the coordinators did, and it was a deciding factor. I mean, to keep Mahomes from moving on down the field, you know, it's getting a little tired. Everybody said, "Oh, they didn't have Kelsey." Oh, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, but that's the game. I mean, people get hurt. Right
Beasley
up
is
the middle.
off to the races.
Nice tackle there. Is that number 11? That's Dornbush. That's Beasley. Well, he's come back from his slight injury.
Well, that time he took off running.
He did.
Under pressure.
And I've kind of said that all game. He's their athlete out there. Let him use his legs. Looks like they're at the 5, right, Jeff?
Yep.
Yeah, 5-yard line.
First and goal from the 5. 4 minutes to go. So instead of milking the clock and potentially scoring for Sparta, they're faced with defending the end zone again.
Let's see if Beasley does the same thing using his legs. Oh, ball's on the ground.
Oh, bad snap. Falls down at the 9.
Unfortunately, you'll lose 4 on that. And he's going to sideline. They got one timeout left. So I guess football's not like basketball. You can be on the field. Coaches can be on the field.
Well, sometimes. Depends on the fishing crew and the situation.
Yeah, here he comes, right? A lot of work for your quarterback. Keep going back and forth.
He's young.
Second and 9.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
a little lead
sticking with
play
that
for Godwin.
That running game. I'd like to see Beasley use his legs, roll out. Maybe a quarterback draw.
If you're a Wolverine fan, yeah, you'd like to see that. If you're a Spartan fan, no way.
I'm trying to be in that impartial announcer tonight.
Well, I'm with you, though, as far as strategy for Godwin. Let him use his legs.
Again, a beautiful night here at Spartan Stadium, overlooking the the trees out here, not too long, they're going to start changing color. Well, you can see some of them already started. Beasley take the snap. It's going to roll out.
Drops back, throws the end zone.
Yeah.
It's going to be knocked down.
Yeah. It appears he just kind of threw that up.
Pressured by guess who? Dustin Warner. Was that Dornbush on the defense?
Now it's number 5, Nathan. Is that Dustin's brother? Got another Warner, sophomore.
I'm embarrassed to say I don't know, Doug. I do know that Dustin dates my neighbor,
Oh.
Alphonse, and she is good friends with my daughter. So I get to hear all about Dustin, but I've never heard him talk about his brother. And Elle Fonsbeck and Allie Amlot are 2 sophomores on the Sparta Rock rugby team, which have been recently ranked nationally.
Yeah, phenomenal. I mean, that program has just blossomed into, nationally known.
They're looking to defend their state championship this year. They begin that defense this Sunday at Roguewood Elementary.
All right, Sparta still looking to pitch that shutout.
All right, 4th and goal from the 8. Beasley rolls out to his right. There he is, and that's a fumble. Warner's knocked it loose. And he shouldn't have dove on it.
Right.
There was nobody around. He could have picked that ball up and ran downfield. No matter. What a play by Dustin Warner. See, you talk about him, talk about his girlfriend, and he makes a play.
Yeah, it was the girlfriend comment.
That one's for you, Al. Beautiful play by Warner.
Yeah, did you see they had the movement all go to the left, and then Beasley tried to roll out to the right. And
Exactly.
Dustin he sniffed it out.
Well, and I think Godwin was listening to us. They tried to get Beasley in space to use his legs.
Yeah.
What a play by Warner. Out on the island.
Nick's going to drop back to pass.
He's rolling.
Yeah. He's looking for – that's a great pass. Oh!
Just off the fingertips of Dornbush.
Yeah, and I think what a great touch pass there by Nick Gordon. But Dornbush right off his fingertips. He's probably going back, sorry, Nick, I should have caught that. Look, he's clapping his hands.
He knows.
Yeah, it was a great pass.
That was not the original design of the play.
No, it wasn't. Nick improvised a little bit, rolled out.
Kept the play alive.
And I think Dornbush kind of took off, and he saw that and lofted it out.
That was the old backyard play.
Yeah.
Go, go, go. Good play by Gordon.
Yeah, 2nd and 10. Dornbush in motion.
And they give it right back to him.
Back to him.
Look at the
Going
coaches
other side.
having confidence. I like that. You know what?
Yeah.
Didn't get down on him for missing a pass he should have caught.
Yeah.
They came right back to him and gave him on the jet sweep around left end for 12 yards.
Another thing that I've experienced as a teacher and a coach is that you want to build confidence in your players. You know, you don't want to say, oh, man, he dropped them. Oh, might be a pick. Oh. That was close to being picked, but completion, maybe gain of 1.
Well, they're fortunate, Doug, to your point, that was not intercepted.
Yeah.
2 receivers
Same area, yeah.
Running the same route. That's not probably what was supposed to happen.
We're at a minute to play till halftime.
Sparta got
Trips.
2 timeouts.
Nick rolls right.
Rost was right.
Oh, great catch.
Nope.
Great
Yeah.
adjustment. Got
Unfortunately,
a flag.
he went out of bounds. Yep,
Yeah,
he
I
went
got
out of bounds.
My wife over here on the right spotted that. Oh,
She's
Yeah.
been around the
yeah,
game.
she has been.
She knows.
Yeah. Once you go out of bounds, you can't come back in.
Well, you can't be the
You can't
first to touch
Touch
it.
the ball. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hear it for Mrs. Davis, not just being an art teacher, but a football mind.
Grady's trying to plead his case. He was pushed out, but I think that doesn't matter.
It
right?
does not matter. No. Nope. That's the right call.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what we saw. That's not the call. The call was illegal man downfield.
I'm wondering if the signal is the same.
Oh,
and it was
maybe
just
Joe
misannounced.
Okay, could be. Because the flag was right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It has to
Yeah,
be illegal touching.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what
So
Sparta's
way
going
back.
to do.
It's going to be second mile. Quick handoff there. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, quick handoff to Alt,
Yeah.
and Godwin was.
Yeah, Godwin's interior is picking it up a little bit.
Yeah, because they created that fumble on the last drive, but couldn't capitalize. So, yeah, Sparta's stalling out a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like they're content to take this to the half.
I think so. And Godwin's got to be happy. I mean, it's 21-0 in the first period, shut Sparta out in the second period. So they're going to go in down 21-0, but say, hey, we can get back in this game. Nick's going to roll out, going to come back the other way.
Oh, good. Charlie L.
Yeah.
making things happen.
And that's going to be the end of half one.
He was one block away from making a big play.
I like the play call.
Throw to the left, throw back to the right, screen.
Yep.
I do
You've
too.
got all those yards to go. So yeah, with that said, we will go into the locker room here with a 21-0 lead. And Jeff and I'll take a little break. And we will be watching the band here at halftime. We'll be back in about 15.
Way to go, Sparta!
Hey, welcome back to the second half. We're not echoing anymore, so I think we're going to do a better job, Jeff and I, in the second half here. So
It's an easy excuse, but yeah, we did have a little echo in our ear. I know you didn't hear it out there in live stream land,
right.
but hopefully we're a little more fluid.
Yeah, it was a little difficult on our end, but so Sparta will kick off here to Godwin. Sparta will be going to from our left to our right. Godwin the other direction, obviously.
Hey, that's the freshman Carter DeGraff kicking
nice
off.
Kick down to the 15-yard line. Good coverage there.
He's still on his
Slipping a few tackles there out to the 26 maybe.
Yep, 26-yard line. Good kick by Carter DeGraff. Yeah. Welcome to the big show, Carter.
Hey, Carter, nice job. The last of the DeGraff family, I believe.
He is the last of the DeGraff family. His older brother Garrett is on my coaching staff for the middle school. Does a great job.
Yeah, great family.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Yeah. Recently adopted a therapy dog at Appleview, and Mr. DeGraff takes care of Toast. Is a great addition to our building.
Toast is well loved.
Yeah, he is. Even Mrs. Davis, because Mrs. Davis always has treats in her pocket.
Not just for the kids.
A quick handoff there by Godwin.
Oh, good pressure off the edge.
Slew of Sparta tacklers.
That was Dustin Warner screaming off that edge again. Yeah. Boy, some of those names that we keep saying over and over. It's not. They didn't pay us to say this.
No,
they're just having good games. Although I'm not above taking a little extra off the side if they want me to mention them, but no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Logan Brooks, Braden Steinbacher, and Dustin. There's
another bad snap.
Bad snap there by Godwin Heights is going to be a loss of about 5 yards.
But that's not the way you want to start if you're Godwin.
No. Godwin had some life there in the second period. Moved the ball well.
Yeah. You were saying coming out of the half that they should feel happy that they held Sparta scoreless in that second quarter. They really had a chance to get back in that game twice inside the red zone, coming away with no points.
Coming away with nothing. So 3rd and long. It's like trips to the right.
Yep, trips to the right. 3-man front. See if Chat brings pressure with any of those linebackers. Oh, one linebacker blitz.
Is that a quarterback draw there?
He's just escaping the pocket.
Yeah,
but they had
Nice run. Nice pursuit tackle there. That's number 13 for Sparta.
That's Jeb.
Yeah. Jeremiah Rosema.
More affectionately known as Jeb. He looks like a Jeb. It looked like he was dropped back in coverage, but almost with a spy mentality. When that quarterback breaks the pocket, he was the one there to chase him down, converge.
Trying to chase down Beasley, man, that's tough. That's a great play. That's a great open field tackle.
It was a great open field tackle. Good pressure to flush him from the pocket, and then great chase by Rosema.
Twins right here.
Sparta still they're gonna punt. They come out and look like they're gonna run a formation, then they drop back.
Yeah. Oh.
High snap. Beasley controls it.
Got a Sparta punt, but doesn't look like it's gonna go very far. Coming back in Sparta's direction.
So that is about a 5-yard punt.
Not far. And of course, when we count the yards on a punt, we count from the line of scrimmage, not from where the punt was made.
Correct.
So.
Any way you slice that, it's not a good punt.
Yeah. But not the traditional distance. I mean, when I punted, it was a 12-yard. We were 12 yards behind the center.
And that's standard.
So, and when I'm watching him, he's about 7, but it's a quick kick. So there's not a lot of stepping forward, and it's mostly almost kind of running off to the side a little bit. And
he is, yeah. It's.
They haven't term. What's that term for that?
I think they call that rugby style.
Yeah. Sparta, good field position early.
Coming out throwing.
Back to pass. Getting flushed out of the pocket. He's got somebody open in the corner, but it looked like a Godwin Heights player got his hand I see a flag that's usually in the area of holding, and that's the call.
And you have watched enough football to know what you see.
Yeah, I'll say that a few times while we're watching it on TV. My wife's like, how do you know? How do you know? It's just kind of that football intuition.
Especially when you've watched enough of the Lions that we have, right? You just know. But that offensive line was real good down the stretch last night.
Real good. Real good.
And come to find out that Taylor Decker injured his ankle early in that game, and no one ever knew. He walked out of the locker room with a walking boot, but should be okay. We'll see. Hopefully that doesn't linger.
We'll sweep to the right.
Well blocked. Charlie Alt sticks it up in there, breaks a tackle, gets most of that penalty yardage back, and then some.
Back in the day, we'd call that student body right.
Student body right. Yeah, but it really is the same concept, but just run out of a shotgun spread formation.
Yep.
Did you run in a T offense, Doug, or was it more of a traditional pro style?
It was a T. It was a T. Power T.
Lead play
Alt
with
again.
Alt again.
Ooh.
Oh, he is caught from behind. At number 2. Telios Moore. Good tackle.
We're losing our light in here. Kind of hard to see our programs. Sparta coming to the line of scrimmage. Ball here placed at the 23. Looks like we might have we have an injured player for Godwin. That's number 2, Telios Moore. That's fine. Did Bryce find the link? And let there be light. So while we have a break here in the action, did you hear about the time at Sparta when the power went out and the lights all turned off and during the middle of the game? And they got the announcers to ask all the fans in the stands to please raise their hands, and lights came back on.
When was that?
You know why? Because many hands make light work.
Oh, I did not hear that story, Doug, but
Oh, I'm not sure where that came from.
sounds like a miracle of Spartan proportions.
Confucius says, right? Many hand make light work.
Many hand make light work, yes. So Telios Moore was on the tackle, and he was the one that's injured.
I won't make it in the comedy world, but my students call my jokes dad jokes.
So yeah, when did that become a term?
Dad jokes, yeah.
Almost. It's kind of a term of endearment, but it's also a little bit insulting at times.
Yeah. Just because I'm a dad and I say something funny, it's not a dad joke.
It doesn't have to be a dad joke, just a joke. Cheesy, maybe, yeah. I don't know, though, Doug. When teaching, when you're done, ready to give up teaching, I think you should, try your hand at the comedy bit.
Stand up? Yeah.
Yeah. See if you can go to Laugh Fest, see if they'll give you a mic.
Nick Gordon, quick handoff to Alt. Off to the right side. Gets down to the 19-yard line.
He's going to have enough for a first down. They're just running those lead plays. Again, a back on each side of Gordon and shotgun. One leads up through the hole, the other one follows.
Yeah, we'd have another Godwin Heights player down on the ground here. We're going to have another official's timeout. I'm not sure if these guys are cramping up out here or.
Well, he's looking. He looks like he's reaching to the area that we don't want to discuss.
Below the belly button section, and
yeah,
we've all had that.
You got hit where I said as a little kid where it doesn't count.
Yeah.
That happens.
Probably another reason why this game seems to be going slower than normal tonight. 9:14 to go here in period 3, and it's 8:33 already. Thought we might have an opportunity to get into a running clock earlier as we scored 21 points in the first period, but Sparta's offense has slowed down a little bit.
And Godwin's defense is slowing us down with a couple injuries here. But he walked off the field. He looks like he's all right.
1st and 10 here for Sparta at the 19. Got movement.
Yep, that's going to be an offside, neutral zone infraction here from Godwin. Yeah, they're starting to come unglued here a little bit. It's going to be 1st and 5 for Sparta at the Godwin 14. They're knocking on that door here. Deep motion with Peterson. Running that gator, that counter play. It's there again.
Right up the middle. Touchdown.
Jamari Dornbush, untouched, into the end zone. Again, that's that counter play. It looks like we're going buck sweep to the left, counter it back to the right. Well blocked, well executed.
Gabe Gare coming in for the extra point. Dornbush, after scoring the touchdown, gets the honors of putting the ball down on the tee.
Kicks up and it's good. Brings the score to 28-0. So we got to thank our spotters here tonight. Your wife, of course, Sandy Davis. My sister, Sherry Hacker. My son Ben was up here, going to be a spotter, but he was more interested in eating the chips.
And he got a cheeseburger and maybe a piece of pizza.
Yeah, he took advantage of booth life. And now we're joined by some of Sparta's finest Rocket football players. They start their season tomorrow.
Hey, guys.
Mr. Davis might recognize some of these characters here.
Sure do. What's up?
Yep, we got some boys from the 5th and 6th grade Sparta Rocket team.
And you're still eating.
Feed them up. They got a big game tomorrow. They're somehow sneaking up. Can we get security up here? Wondering why these guys are up here.
Yeah.
But I know my son's team plays at Comstock Park tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
10:30 game. We wish all our Rocket players the best of luck this season.
It's a cool thing to see at Appleville Elementary when all the boys are adorned in their jerseys. That's a nice kick by DeGraff. Back down to the 10. 9. I'll give you the 9.
Okay, I'll take it. He was my kicker last year. I think we were the only.
DeGraff, freshman Carter DeGraff coming out with some nice leg.
Carter plays on the freshman team. He plays offensive and defensive line and is the kicker. And I had a feeling he wouldn't be too long before he was getting some action kicking in the varsity.
You know, Gabe being a senior, so you want to start grooming. And sometimes that's a tough position to find because you want to find somebody that's been doing. Just bring somebody out. Somebody new into kicking. It's a difficult thing. So.
Well, the in vogue thing to do these days, Doug, is to
find a soccer
player.
Yep. Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
And Carter was a soccer player.
Speaking of soccer player, Bella Vallone was the GLIAC Defensive Player of the Week last week. Congratulations to Bella. And Bella,
as a sophomore.
And Bella spent many Friday nights here at Sparta Stadium kicking extra points.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's an amazing athlete. So congratulations to her. Another student I had back in 4th grade. But yeah, I was speaking about the boys and then the girls with their cheerleading outfits. It's just a really cool culture to see. And it's not just Sparta. I think you see it in many school districts that they start the programs young. Flag and then Rocket and then 78ers and so sometimes the kids are weeded out. They don't want to play anymore. But it's fun to see them come out and give it a shot and build that. Sports do so much more than a win-loss type of thing. It builds character. It builds teamwork. So
relationships.
Yeah, relationships.
I had
a run there by number 4.
We might be tackled late out here.
Bounds. They're going to get a flag.
I don't see it.
No.
Nope. Good run.
But there was about 10 Spartans after him.
Armani Diedrich. Yeah, good run. He cut back against the grain. But, yeah, to your point, Doug, I just got to celebrate my 30th class reunion this past summer up in Alpena. And who am I hanging out with? The guys that I played football with. Yeah. My friends from my earliest football playing days. And those become, band of brothers.
Absolutely. My son got to he played baseball, played 4 years for Sparta, and then he was fortunate to go to University of Toledo and play 4 years there. And baseball scholarship. He's finished now, but I asked him some days, does he miss it? And he says, yeah, I miss the baseball sometimes, but more than anything, I miss the guys.
Miss the guys,
I miss the guys. So, little miscommunication there.
A little rollout pass by Beasley, threw it behind him.
So, yeah, athletics builds so much more than just a win-loss mentality, and you try to encourage, kids to try it, give it a shot. Be diversified. Try different things, and there's so many opportunities out there these days for kids to do.
And I do want to say this to parents out there listening who are raising their kids in sports and have high expectations for their kids. Please do not just specialize in one sport, especially in Sparta and these communities out here. College coaches want their students, their athletes, to play multiple sports. It's what's best for them, and they miss opportunities.
Another bad snap there by. So we might have
bad snap. Beasley couldn't corral it, and Sparta's going to be on it at the 25.
Right. Yeah, and just like that, mentioned the running clock here. Sparta with the next score, and PAT will be in a running clock situation.
Isaiah DeCover jumped on that loose ball as Beasley was trying to corral it. He took it right away from him.
He did. Somebody wanted it more.
That's tough. I mean, you're quarterback and you get a bad snap and you turn your back and you feel like you're going to get hit from all directions and you're just anxiously trying to corral that football. It's nerve-wracking.
The other thing I really enjoyed when I was a coach was the we talked about teamwork. Football a little different because you got 11 players on the field at one time. Basketball you have 5, baseball you have 9. Not everybody's going to play, and there's roles for different kids, and a lot of kids embrace those roles. A lot of kids say, man, I want to play, and my daughter was that way. She played a lot of basketball. When she got to varsity, just didn't play much, but her role was an encourager, a cheerleader, so to speak. So, in life, we all have different roles for different things. And, again, it builds so many things. And some of these kids that are at this age right now, they don't see it. They won't see it until they get older. And then they'll take it into life. So, yeah, I could write a book on that. That's just athletics in the youth. I mean, it's gone crazy in some areas. I mean, it's gone – a lot of parents think, well, I want my kid to have a college scholarship and stuff, and it can't be about that. If it happens, great, but if it doesn't, that's okay too.
Yeah, let see the lessons that I learned. And
a lot of life lessons, I don't have any regrets for my kids' sports that they did and the times that nice run there outside. That's Dornbush again.
Dornbush again, yeah. There's that buck sweep. Pulling 2 guards. He was almost caught from behind, so he had to break a tackle. And that he did. Good 8-yard run. Oh, 9-yard run. I'll make up my mind eventually.
Yeah. I wish we had the opportunity to have some stats with us in front of us so we can kind of talk about that as the game's going. Unfortunately, we don't, but
that's you have to pay premium for those.
Pay premium or do it yourself. And
sure,
I don't think they pay us enough to do that. So
that's right. Waggle pass.
They got a man in the corner.
No, good throwaway by Gordon.
Yeah, that was it could have been picked, but it would have been out of bounds anyway. Right. But definitely a throwaway pass. So
Godwin defended that pass. Yeah. So that was one of those plays that set up another play. They ran what they call buck sweep to the right, and they ran the buck fake and ran a pass off of that. But Godwin was defending that quite well, and that was a good time to do that, right? Second and
absolutely.
1.
You're 3rd and short now, and you could probably powerhouse it here for a first down, and we're definitely in 4-down territory. I don't think they're going to need it, but I think it'll be another handoff here to Alt.
Yep, just a lead play.
Yep. He's going to cut outside.
Break a tackle, break another tackle, get down to the 9.
Yeah.
They call that play the belly play. That's just a power play. I formation teams would call that an ISO.
Okay.
Out of this offense, this Delaware T is what it's called. It's called belly. We ran that when I was down at West Catholic in the early to mid 2000s. That was one of our staple plays. Power football.
We had 2 guys moving, I think.
Oh, no, we have a Godwin player lined up in the neutral zone. They blow that dead, too. It's not like college or pros where they'll let it play. And that's frustrating, those pre-snap penalties when you don't line up right or you move.
Right. As a coach, you talk about that. You talk about that, and hopefully you got your players. Coaches can't see that sometimes at the angle they're at, but you're hoping maybe some of the other players can kind of point that out. But that's those are some of the first things that you learn, probably even at the younger level, where you line up.
Very important. Buck sweep again. Dornbush with a cutback. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is just simple football right here. And it's kind of a dejected Godwin Heights team here.
Yeah. PAT coming.
Is it going to be DeGraff? Scores first.
Yet. I don't.
Nope. Gabe Garrett.
Still Gabe. Yeah. I'd like to see him come out and get an opportunity.
So would he.
So, with the PAT pending here, and Gabe almost said, "Oh, I got to count this off really quick."
Oh yeah, don't forget my job.
That, yeah.
Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is good.
And that's such a, that part of the game to me always is kind of unique because everything's got to work right. The snap's got to work. The holder, to me, the holder is the biggest position of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Trying to get the ball caught and spinning it. You're always trying to get the threads going toward.
Laces
out,
Dan.
Yeah. Sometimes that sometimes it doesn't work that way, but the PAT's good. So. On this ensuing kickoff, we will have a running clock. The only time the clocks will stop is when we have a timeout or possibly an injury, but the clock will keep rolling. So, and we'll be interested to see if Coach Chapman would like to kind of get some of his replacement players in here to give them some opportunities as well. So,
yeah, it'd be nice to see some guys get some game action that wouldn't normally get as much. 6:55 left in the third, and that is a 35-0 lead.
Yeah, here comes Carter. Let's see if he can better his kicks. The second kick he just had was better than his first kick, and you said he was down about the 9-yard line. So good leg here by Carter DeGraff.
Down to 16 this time.
Trying to go outside there. And
DeCorn with the chase. Missed the tackle there, but they're going to corral him. Oh, we're going to have a flag. It could be a face mask on DeCorn out there. We'll see. So you're the golfer. So what do you see? Hit that little fat then?
Yeah,
Did he duff it? Does he maybe hit the ground a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, well, and kicking is a very similar game. It's about routine. It's about your foot placement. It's
there's so much science involved in athletics too, right? And repetitive movements and technique.
Joe Davis, the announcer here, just talking about the running clock, and he had mentioned the clock will stop on penalties, so I wasn't aware of that. Penalties and injuries and timeouts.
Well, they wound it up now, though. So.
Yep, there it goes. So incomplete pass, anything like that, the clock will keep rolling.
Out of bounds, it'll keep going.
Out of bounds.
Yep. All right. Well, still got all the normal participants in here. Drop back for Beasley. Yeah. Under pressure, throws to the right, incomplete.
My first experience coaching basketball with a running clock was actually against Godwin Heights my freshman year, and we were getting beat pretty bad, and all of a sudden, ball went out of bounds, and I look up, and I'm like, "Gotta stop the clock! Stop the clock!" Table looks at me, and goes, "Coach, it's running clock." So I was not aware of that rule my first year of coaching freshman basketball. So
that's embarrassing too.
yeah,
Not only that you're getting beat that bad, but
it's tough. I mean, you want to give your kids a little mishap there with the ball, and that's great open field tackle.
another
That's
Charlie Alt again.
Charlie Alt, nice play. But you see the reasoning behind it. I mean, you don't want to. My feeling is they do that for the team that's getting beat, so that there's.
It's like the white flag.
Yeah. So.
In baseball, there'd be a mercy rule.
Right. Yep.
There's no clock, so.
Right. So I don't think there's basketball and baseball and football, but I don't think soccer has anything, and I don't think probably hockey has anything like that. But
soccer does have a running clock, I
do
believe. Yeah.
Oh, but they're always running. That clock is always running, isn't it, in soccer? If I recall correctly, I believe it is.
So that's why they have a running clock, I
Yeah,
guess, because it's always
I mean, they will stop it for like penalty kicks and injuries, things like that. But I know it's always going. So, good pursuit there.
Yeah, Warner coming off that edge. They just have no answer for him in his pass rush tonight. Beasley escaped the trouble, but when you roll to your left, it's hard to throw when you're a right-handed quarterback, and he just, in desperation, heaved it down the middle. Brings up 4th and 12, and I got to believe that Godwin's just going to go for it, because what do they have to lose at this point? So, Doug, what did you coach then? You coached basketball.
I've coached. I started off with football. Back with Kevin Tidy, Keith Tidy, Rob Pulowski.
Oh my goodness, some legendary names.
Some legendary names. Dave Cashin was the varsity coach. That's a great role there by
best
Godwin
punt of the
Heights.
night.
Yeah.
Again, shows you what I know. I said they'd probably go for it, and they make their best punt of the night.
And so that was after my first year of teaching. I was interested in getting involved with it, so I coached at the freshman level. And then from there, always was loved basketball, so I started coaching basketball. I did with Coach Shunnison, 7th and 8th grade. He did 7th, I did 8th grade. That's back when you had A's and B teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I went and did the freshman level at the high school. And then I did some baseball. So I did freshman baseball as well. Baseball got a little tough as my son moved up to varsity, and I wanted to watch him play, so I ended up giving up my nice little cut back there. That's
Charlie
Alt again.
Little trap play up the middle.
Yeah. Haven't called much on Bo Peterson here in the second half.
No, it's been more Charlie Alt, but Bo has been a willing blocker.
Yeah.
So you've coached the big three then.
I have. So, and very blessed. It's not something you get rich at. It's something that you do because you love it. It's very time-consuming, but it's very rewarding at the same time.
Love it. It's a hard. I always say football especially. That was not blocked well. They tried to run the power, and an unblocked defensive lineman came free and was able to corral Peterson for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, in a game like this, 35-0, Sparta over Godwin Heights. Those are the little tiny victories. As a coach of a team that's on the losing side right now, you want to have your kids play each play.
Yeah.
The score is still 0-0. I mean, it's frustrating. I know as a player, as a coach, this is frustrating. But you got to win each play, and that's how you get better.
I've been on the end of the.
Oh, we all have, yeah.
And we say.
There's that counter again.
And they're all of a sudden they played it well, but Dornbush cuts outside and makes a little something out of nothing.
Yeah, I like that play.
Well, they've run it enough. They've put it on film quite a bit. Other teams will be ready for it.
It's going to be 3rd and about 7.
But yeah, Doug, I agree. You keep coaching.
Yep.
Don't look at the scoreboard. Just win the play. and you got to keep talking to your guys.
Yep.
Stay in it,
Yep.
stay in it, don't give up. And those are life lessons,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, as a coach, you're really a motivator out there. You're out there, and I feel that way as a teacher as well, too. You know, I'm there to motivate kids. I can't make them learn, but I can hopefully get them excited about learning. And one of my philosophies I have as an educator is that, there's a good cut back. Gonna be short of the first down.
Oh, we got a flag coming in late from the sideline. Bo got cut down after a good pickup of 6. Not sure what this is going to be.
You pick it up. Oh, holding
Oh,
Sparta.
we got a hold. He saw it from far on the sideline.
No, one of my philosophies is I want kids to be lifelong learners. I mean, it's not just about learning what they learn in 4th grade. I want them to enjoy learning. I want them to, they're always going to there's going to be an educator or two out there in their lives that are going to be, the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ben Stein.
Ben Stein, Bueller. I mean, we've all had those teachers, and those are difficult. So I try to make it as fun as possible for the kids, and I'm pretty confident I do a good job with that.
Well, you've received high marks for many years, Mr. Davis, and God bless you and all the Sparta teachers.
I'm going to keep doing. Oh, that's a nice toss there, but falls incomplete.
Yeah, a little too high for the intended receiver, Bo Peterson. Yeah. Gordon put it on a rope.
He did. Yeah, Nick's got a nice arm. Nick is also a pitcher for the Spartans. I had Nick in 4th grade as well. Nick's always been tall. Good athlete.
Someone who's only 5'4", I think we should all have been the same height, same size, and then it's just a battle of wills. Like who's got more heart and determination? But 2 of my best friends I grew up playing football with, 6'3", 6'4", well in their 200 pounds. I got after him one time when we were playing, and I said, if you guys worked as hard as I would, you guys would be college football players. I have to work my butt off out here. And they said, if you were our size, you'd be lazy too. I don't know if that were true or not, but it seemed like a fun answer.
Of course, all those remarks reminds me of what, obviously one of the most famous sports movies is Rudy. So just a guy who showed determination and wanted to play football and had a lot of setbacks, and
he's parlayed that into a career of motivational speaking.
Oh, has he? Yeah.
Just don't ask Joe Montana about Rudy.
Okay.
Joe, I don't know how well known it is, but I don't think Joe has the highest regard for Rudy because I think he tells a different story. And of course, Hollywood got its hands.
Sure,
on
they did.
On
I mean,
that.
I think any story that they get, it's embellished a little bit. So,
punt, but it's going to take a Sparta roll. Nick Gordon with the punt didn't get 5 feet off the ground.
I don't think he's going to get points for height on that one for sure.
No hang time on that one. But another golf reference here could have been that's a worm burner.
Yeah, that's
right
a
there.
worm burner. Yeah, and if you're playing on a golf course that has no irrigation, that ball's going to roll and roll and roll and roll.
Well, and that it did, so it ended up being a pretty good punt. Again, not textbook. You're not going to see it in any punting instructional videos, but the end result, I guess, justifies the means here.
See if we have any new Sparta players out there.
Yeah, they're coming in. We've got some younger players in there. Oh, and they're right on it too.
Yeah. And that's a fun thing to see too, Coach, is when these second and third stringers get an opportunity to come into the game, and seeing the starters as their fans.
Yeah.
And cheer them on, because when it comes to practice,
They're all out there.
They're all out there. They're all out there in
100%.
90-degree heat. They're all out there giving 110%.
Yep.
So when it's their time to shine, let them shine.
And those, it's nice to see the starters out there cheering them on and coaching them up. Good tackle by Sawyer Jansma. Sophomore getting to play up here for this game. He gets an extra quarter to play with the varsity after he played his JV game.
Little swing pass. Almost
picked off. Quarterback under pressure again. Lucas way on getting his hand on that ball.
Mom and Dad just down here to our left, kind of giving their boy a hand. So
probably did the should have had it. Hey, great crowd here tonight too.
Yeah.
It helps that the band is out tonight. The band sounded good. This was their first halftime show of the year. The student section's filled right up.
Yeah. Nobody's given us the official number for tonight. Maybe we'll get that later. I doubt it, but
yeah, just like we get stats, right?
Yeah, we don't know the gate. We don't know the gate number for tonight, but it's a good crowd, and Sparta always has. I think it's a swing pass there. It goes out of bounds. Be really short of the first down, but
Beasley's been under pressure all night. I guess I don't blame him for throwing underneath and getting rid of the ball. It's going to bring up 4th and 15. All right, now they're going to go for it, right, Doug?
Yeah, I'm thinking not.
Yes. Well, Sparta is too because they got Dornbush and Alt back deep to return this punt.
But give Godwin Heights a lot of credit. They're still battling. They're as we mentioned earlier, coaches are encouraging. Play each play for what it is and
keep teaching,
learn from
keep
it,
coaching, keep playing.
Maybe they've got some seconds and thirds that are getting a chance to play.
That's a better punt by Beasley. It's going to take a little roll. Charlie L. Fumbles it around his feet. He avoids 2 tacklers. Now he's upfield looking for a block. He shakes off another tackle. He's at the 35, down to the 31.
Yeah. Those are one of those plays that he pretty much made out of nothing. Kind of fumbled the ball a little bit. Maybe helped with a Godwin Heights tackler. Kind of missed him while he was fumbling the ball and then broke outside and broke a few more tackles, and nice return there.
Yeah, if you can avoid those first 2, the gunners on the punt team, the ones that get to sprint down right away, if you can avoid those first 2, you have a chance to pick up a block and see what you can do. It was a good return. Now let's see who's going to be under center here. I don't see Gordon.
I don't either. Is that number 8, Zach DeCorn, is it?
Nope, that's going to be number 6, Warren Gebhardt.
6. Close to an 8.
Very similar. Deep motion. We're going to run
there's that
counter again.
Yep. Gets.
Well, I think we've gone to the well a lot. Godwin's
misses.
On it now. If it weren't for a couple of missed tackles that Peterson forced, he would have been caught in the backfield. As it is, it's a gain of 3, and he hobbles off. That might be the end of his night.
I just watched Charlie Alt come off the field and high-fived his replacement player coming in. And, again, that's what's
you
cool
love to see that. Yep.
Love to see that.
You want to see that.
Yeah.
It's a team. Like you said, everybody has a role.
Yeah.
It's important for everybody to understand that role. And
there's no prima donnas. It's a team sport. Always be a team sport.
Was that pre-Madonna or prima donna? How do you say that, Doug?
I go prima donna, so.
You speak Italiano, huh? Trap up the middle. It's a well-blocked, well-run.
Yeah, it's not pre as in Madonna from Like a Virgin.
Before Madonna? Yeah. Really, of all the songs, all the Madonna songs,
that's the one that came up. Yeah, right.
Couldn't say Material Girl.
Right, no.
Like a Prayer. None of those.
Oh, I don't know where that came from. I did see her in concert, though, so back in the day. Sparta's going to get ready to punch it in here with 6:12 to go in the 4th quarter.
Good run by Nathan Warner, by the way. Instead of talking about Madonna, we should probably talk about Nathan Warner.
Which we're not sure if it's a brother yet of Dustin or not.
Brother, cousin?
Yes.
Another
nice
run up the middle. We got a late
hit.
And they're not going to throw the flag.
Yeah, it might be just
incidental.
Yeah.
Nathan Warner again on that trap up the middle.
Running hard.
Well, if he is related to Dustin, which we need to find that out for next time,
Yeah.
then you would expect nothing less.
Yeah, Nathan, another sophomore, a young team here for the Spartans. A few veteran players, but I see a lot of 10th and 11th grade players on this roster.
The senior leadership is more on the line. Of course, Nick Gordon is a senior as quarterback. Ooh, inside handoff is met.
Yep. Bless you.
Sorry, that kid in here. You don't want to run up the score, but you really want these young guys have an opportunity to score. Taste some success.
That's a tough one. And I think both coaches understand that as well.
Course.
So
yeah, the Godwin coaches know that they've got.
Yeah, I mean, when you have an opportunity to give them some playing time, I mean, you don't want them just coming out and taking a knee, but.
Jet motion to the left. We hand it to the Jet. Oh, they whistled it dead.
They had some movement, it looked like.
Oh, that was going to go for a touchdown, but looks like some early movement. Yep, a false start.
Yeah.
Carson Riley was going to be the recipient of that handoff, but just couldn't quite hold their water. So 3rd and goal from the 10.
Yeah, he's not. They asked to run the clock, and he's
3rd and 9. We can still get a first down at the 1. I'm sorry. Well, they're going to run that Jet anyway.
back outside. Yeah.
They're cousins.
They're cousins. You
Okay,
had that call earlier, yeah.
We have we just got word
Official word
from my sister Sherry, who's now on the phone.
Warner's younger brother.
So Nathan Warner is Dustin's cousin,
All right.
which makes sense because if they were in the same house, I'd say, Dustin, scoot over at the dinner table, let him eat.
Yeah, different sizes there.
Totally different sizes. 4th and 9 from the 10. That jet sweep that went for a touchdown, but was called back.
Called back. So
Was met with great resistance by Godwin here. Okay.
see if we run out to the right side here. We got timeout.
Looks like Godwin's going to call timeout.
So 3:38 to go here. It's going to be 4th and 9. Opportunity here for a first down at the 1, as Jeff just mentioned.
So getting back to those movies, though, Doug, even though I spoiled a little bit of the sauce with Joe Montana and Rudy, I love Rudy, obviously, being a short guy playing football. I got to practice football for 2 years with the Hope College football team, and they made some Rudy references because that was right when that movie came out. But regardless, it's inspirational, right? And that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans, movies like that.
Titans, yeah. When I first started teaching, I actually showed Rudy in my classroom, and I had all my kids, not just boys. I had girls who were like at the end, like, I mean, they're just rooting for Rudy. So
Rudy,
Rudy.
Oh, we're gonna kick it.
Oh, we're here.
Carter DeGraff is coming out for a 22-yard field goal.
First field goal as a varsity player. It looks good.
Oh, that kick has.
Off to the left.
Oh, it just hit the
had
upright.
Plenty of length.
Yeah, he got a good foot into it from the left hash. The announcer did say, the PA announcer said it was partially blocked. It did look like he was taking a little longer to approach the kick, but he's got plenty of leg. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and that might be just a timing thing for him too right now. I mean, it's he's been kicking off, doing a great job, but
again, he's not in 8th grade anymore.
Right.
The speed of the game
is
dramatically different.
So no points for Sparta there. Godwin will take possession here at their own 20.
Quick story about Carter DeGraff. We had a pretty good season last year with the 8th graders and had some exciting moments. But the moment he celebrated the most was when he kicked off and it went in the end zone.
Really?
He starts jumping up and down like he had just scored the game-winning touchdown. He loves to kick.
Yeah, that kid, we used to see him at all kinds of baseball games, and he would have a soccer ball with him. I mean, I think he slept with that soccer ball 24/7.
Well, that makes sense.
So, yeah, again, another athletic family. Grace, a softball player, volleyball player.
That's right.
Senior.
So the oldest is Hayden,
Right.
and he's up at Ferris.
Good time maybe to list the coaches here for Sparta. Of course, head coach Mark Chapman. Assistant coaches are Brian Busen, Logan Crandall, Sid Harvey, Nick Ahrens, Aaron Rosskamp, Tim Rosskamp, Mason Tidy, Ian Fonsbeck, and Alex Sheneman.
Not quite the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, but a good coaching staff. And they replaced a lot of good coaches. So it's a relatively new coaching staff with some returning coaches, but Chap's a good leader, and he surrounds himself with good football minds.
Good opportunity here to maybe say thank you to our Sparta cheer team. This is a football game, but they're a big part of it as well. So the Spartans varsity cheer is we've got Beatrice Castillo, 11th grade, Marianne Shalone, Daisy DeVries, Skylar Ellison, Cadence Hannah, Ashley Kahn, Johanna Larman, Jemiah Mack, Byrne Marshall, Olivia Mole, Peyton Patak, Emily Roberts, Kylie Shute, Araceli Vasquez, Lucio.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys, if I'm hacking up your name here. And Emma Yemmick.
Yemps.
Maybe? Yemps.
Oh, there's a sack on the play.
Nice.
Beautiful. Evan Elzinga, Jr., coming off the edge.
Yeah, a little
Wrapping 'em
excitement
up.
there, too. Wow,
Yeah.
love to see that.
Again, not that we're trying to run up the score, but these kids are getting in there that don't normally get in there, and it's wonderful to see them succeed. But, yeah, the band, the cheerleaders, the smell of burgers, it's all Friday night football. You love it.
Band did a great job, great performance tonight. Student section, they're the chant that you always love to hear at the game. I believe we have won.
Where would you rather be on a Friday night in the fall, Doug?
Friday night. I tell you, man, Friday night lights, there's nothing better. Nothing better.
Well, like I was about to say earlier, when it comes to coaching and football and coaching anything, but football for me especially, because I've coached softball and baseball as well as football. But I say she's a powerful mistress because it's just hard to walk away. And I've walked away and come back and walked away and come back. I told my wife yesterday we interrupt this marriage for football season, and she said, ha, 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 ha. We're going to go on a date tomorrow night. So that'll be nice. But I get to coach 78ers. My sons, Benjamin and Samuel, are playing rocket and flag.
And another great thing is we're getting into football weather. This is football weather finally.
Feels good tonight.
You know, let's get out of the 90 degrees. Let's get some leaves changing. Let's get some hot chocolate going.
Yeah, it's all part of the experience.
It is. You know.
Last play for Godwin. Beasley rolls out, but he's going to go down in the waiting arms. Is that number 57?
Yep. Bryce Brooks, another former fourth grader of mine.
All right, Bryce Brooks. Way to end the game.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Godwin called. Nope, that clock's going to tick out. And that's going to be it on the Spartans 35-0 win over the Godwin Heights Wolverines. But, hey, it was another great night here at Spartan Stadium. I think this is the kind of like really similar to last year. Sparta started out 0-2 playing against buzzsaw teams, Muskegon Oak Ridge, Coopersville, and now they're ready to get into the important part of their schedule, the conference play. They made the playoffs. I can't remember, Doug, now. Forgive me, everybody. We were in the playoff. Yeah, we were in the playoffs last year and lost first round to Muskegon. But after starting 0-2, the season is not lost.
Nope. And one of my favorite parts of of high school athletics is the shaking of your opponent's hands after the game. And I know that's tough sometimes. I mean, you're over, you're smashing each other across the line. But now when it's all said and done, you're shaking their hands, congratulating each team member. So, good win for Sparta tonight, putting them in a win column for the first time here in 23-24. They're going to travel next weekend to Kelloggsville. And, you don't want to look ahead too far, but it should be an opportunity for Sparta to get another win in the books and even up their record at 2-2. And I don't have a schedule after that, but I believe we're back here at Sparta. You'll have to check the website out for the for future schedule. But
we don't have stats, we don't have a schedule.
Right.
We were just called 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You all know, if you're out there listening, you know the schedule because you're following Spartans football here.
Absolutely.
You know what's going on.
And if you're not following Spartans on the Facebook page, Sparta Nation Facebook. A lot of updates about different things that are going on. We've got a lot of good interest stories, too, that, if you're a Sparta fan and of all athletics, it's a place to be. So, Jeff, it's been real. Appreciate it.
Hey, Doug, thanks. It was fun
night.
tonight, sharing the space with you.
Yeah.
Hope we get to do it again.
Last time I got to try to do this, we had a tornado here, so just to the south of us. So it was a good, like I said, good night for football. So.
Well, that worked out for me because that was a Thursday. You and Todd couldn't come back Friday.
Right.
I was the last-minute pinch hitter, and we had a lot of fun. So we'll see. We'll see if we could stay in the rotation. But it was fun tonight.
It was fun.
Good win for Sparta.
Good win for Sparta, and we wish all the youth this weekend. It doesn't have to be excess, not about the W's and the L's, but have a good time, learn, and have fun.
And
Number
go
one,
Sparta.
have fun. Go Sparta.
All right, take care, everybody.
Have a good night.